Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Eric here talking about sales. And today we're going to dive right in about the end of the warm-up phase. Putting everything in context, we've spoken about the personal warm-up. Once again, that's great to have. It's not just nice, it's great to have, but it's not need to have. If you can have a personal warm-up, if you can talk to the client about his kids, his golf, sports, whatever it is, that's great. If the guy is more short and to the point, no problem. Just make sure that you have to have the professional warm-up. You need, it's an absolute must, make your client talk. And you need to raise a problem, to raise the need that the client has, so that you can actually solve the need. Once again, if you haven't raised the need, if the client doesn't understand that he has a need that you're there to solve, he's not going to buy your problem-solving idea, issue, whatever it is you're selling. So, we've spoken about spin selling, stands for situation, problem, implication, need payoff. And we've spoken about how you start with easy questions, situation, then problem, then implication. What would it mean if worst comes to worst? Now we're going to talk about the need payoff. The N in spin selling. Questions like, so let me ask you, Joe, if I could solve your security breach, what would that mean for you? Need that we've created, payoff, what I'm gonna do to solve the need that I just made you realize that you have. So let me ask you, Joe, if I could guarantee you a steady stream of 20 new leads that are interested in your product every month, what would that mean? Notice this. I'm not making a statement. I am not saying, beautiful, so you have a problem? Let me show you how I get you 20 leads. No, that's not where I'm right now. I'm asking a question. There's a question mark. So let me ask you, if I could, yada, 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 what would that mean for you? Oh, wow. I could definitely use another 20 leads. That will make sure that all my trucks are fully employed. Wow, that means I won't need to pay my employees while they're sitting idly by waiting for me to generate work for them. Wow, that means that I'm not going to need to raise my insurance premiums because my insurance company need to pay for a breach that just happened. I need to make the client understand the value of my proposition. And I'm doing that not by stating the value, rather, I'm asking, what would the value be for you? Now, when I go into a sales meeting, and I'm very experienced, so I basically have it by heart by now, but when I go to a new company or a new area or a new industry, I try to have a few of each of the 4 types of questions already set in my mind, either set to memory, or if it's a big business meeting, I even might have it written down on my computer, and I'll be opening my laptop and asking questions from the laptop. And I'll have a few questions for each of the 4 types. situation, problem, implication, need, payoff. And I'll be asking them in that order. The last thing I want to tell you, if you didn't understand it by now, is that, as I said, this is based on a research that was done on roughly 30,000 sales meetings. Turns out that they can predict the outcome of the meeting by the types of questions that the salespeople asked. The new / beginner / not professional salespeople asked more of the situation and problem questions, the first two. The experienced, the experts asked more questions about implication and need, payoff. I hope you can make the connection about what that means in your business. If you want to raise the outcome, if you want to reach your quotas, if you want to, like I do, overreach, reach for the stars, reach for that fat bonus, ask more questions about the implication of a problem that you've raised, and ask the need, payoff. Make the client tell you that he can save $10,000 a year in insurance premiums if he had a good solution. You know what that means? That means that in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, when I finish describing my solution, I can tell him, let me ask you, Joe, you told me that you can save $10,000 in premiums. How about we do this? Why don't you pay only $5,000 to save the $10,000? It all connects. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please share it with everybody else. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.